And here we go. We're getting into our final best of 3. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha. Oh, sorry, in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Hellfire. Good friends with Master, actually. They are good friends. They are teammates. They did kind of rise up together. But now, you know, he's on his own, Pat. He's on his own. It is Yan. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, the blue Protoss for Eximius Gaming. It is Shakti. Was this money laundering or something? No, not at all, not at all. What do you not at all. Mate, again, you win 6% of the time, mate. You just have to win that 6%. You know, just go for it. that's all you need. Just lock in, papi. Just lock in. But I do want to believe that maybe Kamikaze he was inspired by Inexorable. If you remember Inexorable, he went for a lot of 2-base play, and he's like, you know what, Inexorable, you look pretty good on 2 bases. I'm gonna do you one better. But I would agree, like, I'm assuming that you're making a joke with that, but I would hope by no means you are serious in insinuating any kind of foul play when it comes to the players themselves. Master playing his heart out. But you know, Kamikaze, he's a threat to anyone. He'll take himself down to bring you down. Kamikaze. But here we go. We're now getting into our next game. Into our next series. Now, Maganatha is a map that we actually haven't casted here tonight. We actually have not featured this map at all. This is the largest map in the map where you do not get bigger than Maganatha. Not at all. Here we go. Yo, yo, speaking of Kamikaze. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Not like this. Now, fun fact, this is a different Kamikaze. I should bear that in mind. But hello, Kamikaze, hello. Kamikaze in the chat is not the Brazilian Kamikaze. But yes, yes, we just saw your Brazilian brother win, Pat. We just saw him win. No, TG Kamikaze in the chat, he's from Taiwan. Taiwanese Kamikaze. They're different, It's like hero and hero. We have Kamikaze and Kamikaze. Yeah, from Taiwan. Which we have casted on this channel before. But now that we're going to be settling, sorry, a little bit distracted, we're going to be calming down, going to be settling in. Stargate open out of Shakti. Now, what I will say, if you recall, we spoke about some of the weaknesses and some of the downsides. God damn it. Some of the downsides of a Stargate opener in this matchup. But on a larger map like this, they can pop off. Meanwhile, we do see Yan going for the proxy starport. Oh my god, we're just looking at their POVs. But proxy starport out of Yan, going for the Hellion drop into the main base, and the Phoenixes, they can zone away the Hellions, but they can't really deal with them. Hellions are dropping in. Yeah, 4 Hellions into the main. They're going for the mineral line. They're looking to roast off some probes. And they can one-shot. Nice lift. Nice lift on the Hellions. Adept shade in, and the Hellions are going to be cleaned up. Whew. Oh no! Oh no! The shots! They're lighting up! Oh my god! 8 probes go down. 9 workers go down. 10 towards the end. Nice damage here from Yan. Initially, this should not have dealt much damage, but in the end, 10 worker kills. Not bad. Does deal a decent amount of economic damage. Bearing in mind, Hellions do not scale well into a longer game. And now it's on Shakti to reciprocate. Now Shakti has gained map control. He's moving out. He can try to hunt down some SCVs. But there is a Cyclone in production. And we can see Shakti going Phoenix into Colossus. This might not just be Phoenix Colossus, by the way. I could be mistaken. Did Warpgate finish? I think it did. I think Warp Gate did complete. But Shakti, he's known for a certain style. If you've been watching Shakti over the past couple of years, you would know that he is known for this quote-unquote nanomech style of mass immortal, or sorry, of mass robo and mass Stargate. Do you see what I see? I see an incredibly fast second robo. Second robo's on the way, getting 3 SCV kills. I say, does he have Warp Gate? Because I believe he does. I believe he does have Warp Gate. But he often skips Warp Gate in favor of a fast second, third, and fourth robo, and a fast second Stargate. For just pure robo Stargate production. No blink, no charge, no glaives, no nothing. It's like a mech style of PvT. Here we go. As you can see, just purely Colossus, purely Phoenixes. This leads into purely Immortal. So far, only 2 robos, but we expect more than 2. We expect a third, a fourth, a fifth robo. We'll keep an eye on Shakti. And then this leads into Colossus Immortal Skytoss, eventually. And again, this style can be punished on smaller maps, but remember, we're loading into Maganatha, the largest map in the map pool. The rush distance by ground is huge. It's long. And Shakti can try to get away with this. Shakti is saturating. He's making 2 Colossus at a time. Once he's up to 3 Colossus, we should be seeing Immortals. Shakti, sorry, Yan, he does move out here and now. Can Yan break Shakti before he hits critical mass? Because if you leave Shakti alone, his army is going to get crazy. Here we go. As he's getting up to 5 Colossus. 5 Colossus building up. I would like to see some Immortal sprinkled in, but sure. As we do see Yan going for a drop at the same time. Phoenixes, they will intercept. Get her in position. Full Medivac is going to go down. Massive pickup. Gets one. Gets one Medivac. It does deny any kind of drop play. There it is. Immortal production has begun. Shakti's up to 5 Colossus plus 1 air attack. Getting into his Immortal. And once it's on 3-way saturation, show us what you got. Show us that. Show us more robos. There we go. 4 true upgrades. As we do see Yan rotating over. Shakti, he's banking a lot of resources. I did mention that we're waiting for extra robos because he needs more production here. There we go. Fleet beacons on the way first. Going for the fleet beacon. Meanwhile, a big shout out to Megawack in the chat. Gah, baby God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And welcome to the end of the broadcast. This is our final series of the broadcast. We had some crazy upsets already here in this tournament. I do recommend the VODs. It was insane what happened. So still building up. Hello. Hello, Shaf in the chat as well. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? There we go. Second Stargate's on the way. And again, what is the army? The army for Shakti is purely Phoenix, Immortal, Colossus. That's all it is. And 3 adepts from the start of the game. It's a pretty hefty army. We have annual pulse crystals on the way. So far, still committing to the Phoenixes. From here, should then lead into Tempest and lead into Carriers. Shakti's production is really hurting him, though. You can see he's banking up a lot of resources. He needs another robo. He needs something. Carrier production has begun. Making 2 carriers at a time. His 4th base is late. Army sims in. Denies the 4th. Not bad. Denying the 4th base is nice, but what's scary here is that the army is still amassing. Like, we're still embracing the sky tilts. There we go. We have the 3rd Stargate on the way. Shakti is cutting corners quite heavily here. And if Yan isn't too careful, he's just gonna fall behind. Takes off 1, 2 tanks. Oh. Like by Shakti overextending. It's a lot of Vikings. Shakti has to respect it. Does have to respect the Vikings. Doom drop towards the left-hand side. Building up more immortals, building up more carriers. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet. Thank you, man. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Speaking of, I hope you all enjoyed your, depending on when your country celebrates it, Mother's Day. I know the Mother's Day was on Sunday over the weekend, so I hope you all spend some time with the families. That's actually why this tournament was a little bit later today. So some of the Brazilian players can spend time with their families as well. You know, there it is. 2 more robots getting up to quadruple robot production and Mass Disruptor. So we got Mass Disruptor here to support. We got Carrier on the way as well. And Shakti, he's maxing out with an insane army. Again, there's no waste here. He may as well kill his own adepts. He has, I think he still has those 3 adepts unless they were already killed. But he's got 5 Colossus, got Immortals, the Sky Toss. You could argue that he could bleed off a couple of Phoenixes to make more Carrier. Or to make Tempest. Tempest would be better, to be honest. Like, Carriers don't really scale amazingly into a hyper late game. Now that we're building up. Are building up. No sentry, mate. There's only 1 gateway. I should emphasize this. Like Shakti, he's working with 1 gate. Like he's not gonna work. He's not gonna warp in sentries. It's not gonna happen. But here we go. Does commit in, and Nova. The disruptors go down. Here Nova's gonna connect. Miss-targeting there from the Colossus. But despite that, Shakti, he will still take the fight. He still overwhelms. Marines, they bust into the mineral line. Probe's gonna be falling. But Shakti still maintains a massive army. As he takes down the base, takes down the expansion. From here, pulls away. Carrier bad late game TVT. They're okay mid to late game, but from there, as the Viking count gets higher, you do want your own Tempest instead. Like against mass Viking, like carriers, they don't really do anything. They're not built for that. They're fine against a ground-based army, against like bio tank. But Shakti took the fight. We do see Yan plummet in supply, and now we can keep going. Shakti does have momentum. What do we have? We have 8 carriers, we have 7 immortals, 2 disruptors, and 4 colossus. You can see that the Phoenix count has gotten lower, and there are only 12 Vikings. Like, that's not enough. Against this kind of army, you do need like up to 24 Vikings. And now we see 2 starports on the way. So Yan, he now realizes what he needs, but it's too late. He has 2 starports on the way, but he doesn't have the production to actually build up a Viking count. He just doesn't have enough. Disruptor goes down. Colossus are left behind. A bit of an awkward engage here from Shakti, but he does break through. That breaks through the main army, and Shakti, he should not slow down here. Takes out the Marines, and now there's no support. There's no more support. As we mentioned, not enough Vikings. GG gets called, and Shakti takes game number 1. Whew, GG. Again, towards the end, Yan later realized what he needed, but as we mentioned, towards that final fight, Yan had 2 more starports on the way. He was working with 1 starport the entire time, only making 2 Vikings at a time. He could not keep up with that kind of army. He was a little bit too passive, and again, it looks like Yan didn't realize what was happening, just how much greed Shakti was getting away with. Remember, he only had 1 gateway. He had 1 gateway that entire game. He was rushing into Robo and Stargate production instead. As you mentioned, this is like a quote-unquote Protoss mech style. It's like a nano mech style. of PvT where you just don't get a second gateway, you just go mass Colossus Immortal, and it's easier to get away with this on larger maps. On smaller maps, it's almost impossible. Smaller maps, it's difficult. But here we go. Maybe we need some store. No, there's only one gate, only one gateway. So you can't like reinforce with High Templar or with anything like that. One gate. He doesn't have warp gate. You skip warp gate. You skip warp gate. You stay on one vanilla gateway. Just go mass Robo, mass Stargate. And here we go. We're getting into game number 2. As Shakti does take a lead in the series. Oh my! For the first time tonight, we're loading into Last Fantasy. Let's go. We're loading into Last Fantasy. We're crazy. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Last Fantasy, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran. Who are we interesting for? Where are we going? Who are we introducing? What's going on? There we go. In the left, we have a Team Hellfire down in this. Oh, never mind. I don't even know anymore. We have Yan. The Brazilian Terran. There we go. YanXII, he was just so excited. He was so excited about Last Fantasy. So excited. In the bottom right hand corner, we have the Brazilian Protoss player representing Zimi's Gaming. It is Shakti. Let's go. And again, of course, Last Fantasy is a 3-player spawn map. You can spawn in bottom left, bottom right, or the top side. So there is that RNG factor here coming into Last Fantasy. As we have Yan opening up double gas. I can't pay. Look, sometimes YanXII, we spawn in on one player and then we go to the other. It happens. It's keeping me on my toes, man. Yeah. As YanXII showing off. I mean, again, this is the first time we're seeing Last Fantasy. I think all tournaments. So YanXII, he's enjoying the scenery. We have the speed zones in the center, of course. That does assist when it comes to scouting. It does make it faster to scout your opponents if you make use of the speed zones. Shakti just scouts the center of the map looking for proxies. So look what's going on. Likewise, Yan does scout the top side first. He will find that it is empty. We'll find an empty expansion. And this does come across Shakti. Now, again, is aware where he is. Does eventually find him. And we have our take of choice going for a Twilight Counter. No, Shakti, no, he doesn't. He misses. The hallucination doesn't rally incorrectly. Shakti's still looking. Behind this, we see Yan going for his own Mind Drop opener. For Widow Mines, Starport into Medevac, into drop play. Meanwhile, Blink out of Shakti, not Phoenix, not Stargate, not this time. I mentioned before that that build that Shakti went for in the previous game, like rushing into like a really high-tech army, is best done on these larger maps. On a smaller map like Last Fantasy, you don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk it. It is easier for the opponent to punish you, for the Terran to punish you. Yan does move out with his drop. Shakti building up his Stalkers. Does move out. Does move out, gets heights on the third base. Can try to force a cancel. It's going to be close. Stalkers are moving in. Yeah, trying to bait the army into the wind mine. Oh! Does turn away. Blink is done in 10 seconds. Nice movement here at Yan. Very nice zoning. Can he force a cancel? It's going to be close. Oh, he goes around. Blink is done. Yeah, nice dodge. And with that, Shakti holds. Whew. Shakti does hold on. Yan just being so annoying here. Being as annoying as possible. We have Cloak Banshee as a follow-up. Cloak is almost done. Banshee into the main. Shield battery is ready. And the Banshee won't achieve too much. The Robo is still in production, so 0 detection for Shakti. Doesn't have detection. And 2 Banshees that can one-shot probes. As they do join forces. Yeah, and looks like he wants that third. Let's move that across the map. Danny does rotate over, takes down the pylon. Shakti out of position. The base is low from earlier. Uh-oh, he can go for it. He can, and he will. Yeah, the Nexus does go down. Massive pickup. Shakti stuck on 1 base. Sorry, stuck on 2 bases. Cloak gets activated. Shakti going to be forced back. He's forced throws back. A lot of Stalkers go down as well. Brutal pickups. And he's pinned against the wall. Charge is finishing, but where's the army? Where are the charge lots? They're not here. They're not ready. Shakti taking up into Colossus, taking up into the bay, but does not have enough. From here, Yan just wreaking havoc. He's getting his own 3rd CC behind this, working towards stim. Combat shields +1. Remember, this is all with vanilla Marines. All pre-stim. Takes out the Observer. Observer goes down as well. Now, Banshees, they can just one-shot. Yeah, they can just one-shot these probes. The shield battery does nothing. Observer comes in. Have a backup Observer. And finally, Shakti, he's going to defend. He's going to clean this up, but at a cost. At a cost of so much, and he just rallies in. He just rallies across the map. He's so close to breaking at Shakti. Just needs a little bit more. Now pulling away. Building up his army. Is building up. Does pull away. Shakti, he holds for now, and Yan just has to calm down, saturate his 3rd base, and build up towards a longer game state. Oh my god, they're so fast. Stims through the speed zones. Chasing Shakti down. At least trying to. Shakti now working on his Colossus. But again, Yin just has to just calm down, saturate his 3rd base. Build up his army. Maintain that lead. Shakti did preserve his worker count, which is quite impressive here. He may have lost his base, but he did save his probes. So his economy is actually quite comparable with that of his opponent. He does resaturate his 3rd. It's getting back up and running. Gets a little bit of trades here for Yan. Does spread well. He wants that Colossus. He sims in. he's going for the dive, and he will get it. The Colossus goes down. No shield battery, no defensive setup. GG gets called, and Yan ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. We are going to game 3 again. Just a strong start for Yan. To be able to break the third base so fast and so quickly was brutal, and a lot of that came down to the early marine drop. Remember, getting it down to half HP early on did mean that it was that much easier for the tank push to break the expansion, and once the third base went down, that was almost game then and there. Like, it was just a really rough position for Shakti. He could not quite keep up or recover from that. He tried to, don't get me wrong, and again, he preserved his probes, but there's only so much he could do there when he was stuck on 2 bases for that long. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into game number 3, the ace match, the final game of the series, of the broadcast. Oh boy, we're here to determine who is the final player to make it to the offline event. Again, who do we have? We have Eric, we have Inexorable, we have Kamikaze, and we have one of these 2 players, either Yan or Shakti, either another Terran or another Protoss, or a Protoss. True. Good, in my mind, I'm still thinking, oh yeah, Master's gonna be there. No. He was meant to be a sure thing, but is out. And here we go, we're loading into that ace match, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Hellfire. It is Yan. At least it will be. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the Eximius Gaming player from Brazil. It is Shakti. Here we go. And again, for those that are curious, the offline event is happening in June. It is happening next month. So there's going to be plenty of time for players to prepare for the event and to prepare for their opponents. As we have a double gas opener out of Yan. You have my attention. Does open up double gas into a faster factory. You see Shakti is scouting for proxies, does check the third base location first before expanding. Making sure he's safe and sound. Settling in. Again, from here, we should be seeing Yan expand and get a CC. Technically, he can go for a starport into all base all in. He might have seen Kamikaze's games. He might be inspired as well from what Kamikaze was up to, but for the most part, we should be expanding. Should be looking to expand. Yeah, you can see he pulls out of gas. He's banking up those resources for the CC. There we go, command center's on the way. Now from here we can go into an early mine drop, we can go for early cyclone drop as well. We'll keep an eye on the add-ons here on the factory as a starport is in production. And it looks like a mine drop. Okay, mine drop early on. This can then lead into tank production. And lead into cyclones. So far, nothing crazy. Oh, as we have something a little bit more unique here, we do have a robo opener out of Shakti. Okay, you have my attention. This is a very safe way to open up. A robo opener does entail early immortal production, early observer production. Oh my, never mind. Going for a dark shrine. I did miss the Twilight Council, my apologies. The Twilight Council opening into Robo into a Dark Shrine. This is very risky here from Shakti. A lot of it comes down to whether or not Yan scouts what's happening. He is moving out with his drop, and does he get into the main base? Does he get eyes on the tech on the Dark Shrine? Behind this, we do have a Banshee opener here from, or Banshee follow-up out of Yan. So 1-1-1, Widowmine drop into Banshee, into Cloak Banshee. Both players will need detection. Both players do need it. Drop comes in, making his way towards the mineral line, but doesn't quite get close enough, I don't think. And he saw the Twilight Council. I don't know if he saw the Dark Shrine, though. It may have been zoned away. Does pick up, does pull out. He gets 3 workers, not bad. But did he scout? He did. Whew. Now, the question becomes, did he click on the building, though? Because he saw the constructing building there for his opponent, but that could be a pylon, technically. Like, that can be perceived as a pylon. So did Yan click on said building? Is he aware? I don't see an eBay. Okay, eBay. eBay's on the way. That's going to be for turrets. And Yan should be holding him to scans. So this should be okay. Should be okay, should be fine. As if there's a first scan, there's a Dark Templar further in the middle. Oh no! Prism gets turned away. But Dark Templar in the natural. SCV is going to be going down. Ice was looking for the Dark Templar as well. He's like, hold on. He's like, where are the swipes? 5 SCVs, not bad. Gets 5, forces out another scan. 6 SCV kills. Oh. Getting up to almost 7. But regardless, nice value here out of Shakti, getting 7 as 8 SCVs and a couple of Marines and a depot. At the same time, back at home, Banshees, they hit the natural. Sorg's in position. Oh god, this is getting out of hand. This is becoming far too much. 11 SCVs. The Raven does arrive. But that was a better trade here for Shakti. He's now 11 workers. Banshees into the main. So do go for the sentry, some decent pickups. 5 probe kills. We do get some counter damage. Shakti's moving out. Now there are 2 tanks on low ground. Yan, he is secure at his natural. But there might be an opening into the main. Shakti pokes in, he's forced back. Banshee hits the 3rd. Finds more damage. The game is slowing down. Shakti's on 3 bases. Yan trying to recover here. Again, took a lot of economic damage. Still on 44 SCVs. Ay. Still very low SCV count. It is expanding. He's not going for a 2-base all in. 3rd CC's on the way. But this is a really rough game state here for Yan. As Shakti's just getting into Colossus, into Charge, +1, extend the Lance. Shakti taking up. Does take up. Again, he breaks out. Does get some auto shots across the map. Not bad getting 5, getting 6 probes. Not bad at all. Yeah, and he is pushing, but he's going to be pushing into 2 Colossus. It's not going to be easy. Ooh, Prism goes down. DT back into the main. And Shakti does miss the main army. Shakti out of position. Base goes down. Nice pickup. Takes down the 4th. Shakti rotating over up to 3 Colossus. Does have to pull away. Shakti back into the main. Likewise Banshee as well. We're getting a little bit scrappy here. On the one hand, Yen has been stuck on 2 bases for a long time, but he does at least deny the 4th. Shakti is double expanding. Double expanding. I do still favor Shakti's main army as well when it comes to a head-on fight. He's got 3 Colossus, has charge lots. His main army is still terrifying. As he forces Yen back. He does pull away. So this is when we throw down like 3 Stargates and throw down like and go back into that game 1 kind of composition. We're not really set up for it. That is a 2nd Robo on the way and a 4th Colossus in production as well, by the way. We're doubling down. Get all the Colossus. That's a 3rd Robo. Jesus. Getting into triple Robo production. From here, we should be working towards Disruptors or Immortals, though. 4 Colossus should be enough. Meanwhile, tanks, they get exposed. Yeah, 3 tanks go down. Massive pickoffs. Taking down the Vikings as well. 1 Viking left. Yeah, better pickoffs here from the Protoss. Takes down 3 tanks. There we go. Disruptor production has begun. Getting towards Disruptors. Likewise, Shakti's still pushing forward. I mean, again, he's got 4 Colossus. There's, what, 2 Vikings. The Colossus, they do reign supreme. 1 Colossus may barely go down. There's no more Vikings. Wait there, they're just now coming in. 2 Vikings, they come in to reinforce, but there's still 4 Colossus. They just rain down on the bio. The bio melts. The lasers. There's too many lasers, Papi. Oh my god. Breaks through the ground army. There's still 4 Colossus still standing strong. 1 Viking left. And Shakti, you just keep pushing. You just keep going. 2 Disruptors have arrived. GG gets called. Shakti just snowballs out of control. And Shakti, he will take the series 2-1. And Shakti will be the final player to qualify for the main event for the offline finals at Sao Paulo. GG. GG, well played. We have confirmation. We have 4 players in Sao Paulo. It's going to be Eric for Zerg. It's going to be Shakti for Protoss and Inexorable and Kamikaze for Terran. For the most part, expected results, except for that Kamikaze series. Again, coming into this, we were expecting Eric, Inexorable, Shakti, and Master, but Master, he will not be a part of those offline finals. Again, he's the best player in Brazil, or at least the number 1 seeded player in the Brazilian circuit. He's ranked number 1, but he will not be a part of that event. And now suddenly the hierarchy of the Brazilian scene is up in the air. Suddenly, who will claim the win here? I mean, again, Inexorable and Eric are going to be the heavy hitters, but, you know, Kamikaze and Shakti, they can still threaten them, and they can still cause these upsets as they already have here in this tournament. GG. GG, well played. Best of luck. We can actually have a look together here at the overall standings and at the brackets and have a look at what comes next. Oh. Un momento. Laser BBQ, yes. The laser barbecue, Papi. Yeah. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. The bracket is updated, and let us have a look here at our top players. Let's go. As we switch our scenes over, and you can see here we have Eric. Eric took down. Oh, actually, can we zoom in? There we go. Eric takes down Shakti 3-0. Inexorable takes down Master 3-0. And we have Eric versus Inexorable in the upper bracket finals. Scrolling down, we had that crazy upset. Kamikaze 2-0 over Master. And of course, Shakti takes down Yan 2-1. Was a much more closer back and forth between these two players. But here are our top 4. These are our standings. This is our bracket here to determine who will be our champion. Oh boy, so Eric versus Inexorable, Kamikaze versus Shakti, they all lead into each other. Of course, Eric and Inexorable, they both have a life left, as they do have, as they're coming in from the upper bracket. So regardless of who wins and who loses, they will have another chance here in the lower bracket finals. And of course, again, these 4 players, they face off at the offline finals in June in Sao Paulo. Let's go, let's go. Do we have a date on that, actually? I want to say like June 10th or something, like sometime in June. So do look forward to that. Actually, I can check my calendar. Let's see. June the 22nd. There we go. That's what the weekend of the 21st and 22nd is going to be the offline event. I believe the 21st in most parts of the world and the 22nd here in Australia. So the 21st of June, it is the weekend before Home Story Cup. So it goes this event, then into Home Story Cup the next weekend. Oh boy. This is after Stars Agora. So a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft on the horizon. This is also the weekend after Cheesadelphia. Jesus, it's Stars Agora into Cheesadelphia, into the Brazilian StarCraft 2 circuit, into Home Story Cup. Every weekend has an offline event. Oh my god, every weekend in June. That's crazy. Oh, sorry, almost every weekend. No, yeah, every weekend. It's crazy. Aye. So non-stop StarCraft coming in June, and likewise here in May, we still have more StarCraft as well. We have Dallas. DreamHack Dallas is here in May, GSL Season 1 and GSL Season 2 as well. So a lot of content on the horizon, a lot of content to come. When it comes to our next broadcast here on the CranKy Ducklings, our next cast is going to be this evening. Our next cast is going to be the War DCV Monday. That's going to be at 9 p.m. AEST. That's going to be in 8 hours time. 8 hours from this message, we're going to be live with some War DCV Monday action. Let's go. Let's go. Inexorable. Which means we can actually get some sleep, Happy. We can actually get some rest. It's gonna be crazy. I'm probably gonna go get some breakfast. Gonna rest up. I have some work to catch up on in regards to editing VODs and scheduling VODs. More importantly, I'm falling behind when it comes to scheduling. We just haven't had the time. We've been casting so much over the weekend that I'm falling slightly behind when it comes to that. Everything's still scheduled, but yeah, I have a little bit less leeway, a little bit less breathing room for that, so I have to get on that as quickly as possible. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Again, we'll be back in 8 hours time, and hopefully we are well rested and we can get into some more StarCraft action. When it comes to the rest of the week, we have Pigastore Monday tonight. We have What is Monday tonight? We have GSL cast tomorrow. We have the entire day tomorrow is going to be us covering the GSL day 1 of the group stage. Day 1 and day 2, that is going to be us tomorrow. We have the Pigastore Cup on Wednesday. The Pigastore Monday is no longer the Pigastore Monday, it's now the Pigastore Cup instead, as they have moved over to Tuesdays/Wednesdays. So that's going to be on Wednesday. We have the StarCraft Evolution League on Thursday. We have the Pongcast on Thursday. We have RSL, don't forget, the Revival StarCraft League. The qualifiers are this week as well. We are also going to be casting them on the channel. They're going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 days straight of qualifiers for the Americas, for Korea, and for Europa as well. So we're going to be all over the qualifiers. Likewise, we have KSL this weekend. Jeez, we have KSL. We have the May Mayhem. We have Sparkling Tuna Cup. We have Fire Grow Cup as well. Let's go. It's just a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft, as always, here on the CranKy Ducklings. We are live every single day. If you want to support us, you can do so via following us on all the social medias. We do upload VODs on YouTube on a daily basis, so if you heard something that you like, but you can't watch it live, like the RSL qualifiers, or like KSL, or Sparkling Tuna Cup, or Water TV Monday, and if you can't watch it live, you want to watch the VODs, then YouTube is the place to be. Likewise, you can support us via Patreon. 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards our tournaments. It goes towards the players, so if you want to help support the players, and help us grow our tournaments, you can do so via Patreon. All done there, all done by Patreon. You can help us reach our next goal. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, get some work done, and get some sleep, papi. Get some veg. Hi. It was a very intense weekend of StarCraft. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time for some more CranKy Duckling action, for some more StarCraft. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you next time.